Got it right here some. Oh, it's in it bad over there. You see the tree at the back there up against it real hard? We're making progress, or am I getting worse?
That one might have made it worse.
Let's go see what we got for damage. So it is a nice sunny t-shirt weather day down here in the desert, but up there in the Ochiko Mountains, it is still very much wintertime, and we got called by a guy who was trying to cross a snowdrift on a Forest Service road and slid off the side and over into some trees. From the pictures I saw, it looks like a really nice truck that is really up against some trees. So we're gonna get the track Jeep all checked out, make sure it's good to go, get this thing warming up and ready. I'm gonna grab David to do some filming, and then we're gonna head about 2 hours to the east up in the mountains and go see if we can help this guy out. Oh, and we're also gonna try like using the fancy nice camera, like the real one that neither one of us really know how to operate other than hitting the record button on and off, but it's supposed to be better than like using just like a normal DJI action camera on my phone like I always do. So we'll see how that goes too. All right, so we just got to the end of the pavement and we've got about 5 miles to go. No snow yet, so we're gonna keep going until it looks too rough a road or too much of snow to go through and find somewhere to unload. What we'll probably do is probably go way too far, get the truck stuck, have to use the Jeep to pull it out, and then go find the guy. So that's the plan. Okay, I would have felt like a total wuss if we'd have unloaded back there because the road is too bumpy. And then we come up here and there's a pile of fifth wheel travel trailers and campers and all that set up. Okay, now there is snow on the road. So we should unload here. Looks like a good spot to me. We are, as I was saying before I was so rudely cut off by the guy with the record button in his hand, we are 0.8 of a mile away from the guy. So 2 hours of driving to get to him, and we made it within 0.8 of a mile before we unload. All right, let's go get him. It is definitely colder up here. And I've gotten so many comments about this sweater. People saying, you really wearing a heavy D Sparks Motor sweater? Yes, I am. If you're wondering why, it's because you'd be a fool if you think I didn't enter to win that giveaway for the Zacklift truck. And on top of that, it's like super nice and like a really nice sweater. It's like he's wearing it. See all the branches in the road where somebody got stuck? Looking sloppy. Yeah. Got it right here some. Oh, it's in it bad over there. It's got the fender a little here. You see the tree at the back there up against it real hard? Yeah, so it's got to go straight that way.
Yeah, it's gotta go like 3-4 feet sideways.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to go either backing up or I think if we go that would be the best. I want to pull on your back end and your front end at the same time.
That's what I figured.
To try to bring this whole thing up. Luckily we have trees, I think, to make that work. I think I might back in here. Get tight. Hook the back of the Jeep to that with a solid strap. Run a line up there and back to the front. And double back to that tree so that I'm pulling with the Jeep this way and then my winch is going up and pulling the front end that way, and the winch is also helping pull me up. And then we can pull on both ends at once with one winch. All right, I'm gonna pull the Jeep up here. Short, solid strap this. This one has a super short winch line on it. So this is one of the OG Yankum rings, the narrow ones. Over there. Cow hitch. Go through the middle of this one because we can. I have another extension that I think is longer than this one that would probably make it to 3-part this pull. So if this doesn't work and we need more power, I'll swap out this extension for that one. Okay. Right, so I've got your back end with that one.
Yep.
We're going up there, just redirecting over.
Yep.
And then this one is 2-parted. So we're putting twice as much pull here, but I also have the driving power over there. So it should be a pretty even pull. So you're gonna stay turned that way in reverse.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to take as much pressure as I feel like I can.
Yeah.
And then you'll maybe give a little, we'll try to walk it out. Because if your front end can be turned and come this way, and I can pull your back end that way, it brings you straight off those trees.
Okay.
If it starts to do anything stupid or like that, we'll just all hit the brakes and stop and reassess.
So you want me to keep it in reverse and just...
Yep, reverse and just hold while I take a bunch of pressure.
Okay.
Then you'll let off the brake and just easy see if it starts to walk away while I keep applying pressure. All the way, passenger. Yeah, you're off it by that far. So go ahead and back up just a little.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, stop there. Can you turn driver? Because these lines like this, so if you come forward, it might swing you out. So go ahead and come forward.
Good.
Yep, and that's pulling your back end over. Perfect, keep going. Okay, keep going. Yep, that's pulling your back end over. Perfect, keep going. Okay. That did good. That just brought your whole thing over. So, do you see how that swung him out with both those lines? Swung him up. That wasn't like the intended thing, but when this diffed out and wouldn't go anymore, that worked. My only concern at this point is with this one still hooked up, pulling like that, is it going to spin his front end over? Make it try to go back down, you know? Let's unfurl lines. Okay. One way to find out. Okay, ease forward just a little.
Off gas.
So stop. That's what I was afraid of, is that one's pulling that way quite a bit of it sliding from back over. Okay, go ahead and put it back in park.
Work.
I'm going to unhook that strap.
Okay.
Because that strap is pulling that way really short, so you're just pulling against it, it bends over. But that's like a long pendulum.
Yeah.
So if all we're hooked to that, it might do it. So
Okay.
I'm going to back this off and unhook that.
All right.
Okay, turn all the way passenger and put it in reverse. Okay, you're good.
All right.
All right, now back up a little. See if it'll walk backwards up.
Good.
Keep going, keep going. Okay, stop. Now turn back driver and go forward. A little left driver. Right there. You're okay, keep going where you're at. All the way passenger again. And now try to see if we get the front end up here. I've got your back end so it can't slide down.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and go in reverse. A little more. A little more. Okay, stop. Now turn towards me. All right, ease forward. Perfect. Okay, straighten up just a little. Okay, towards me some. Okay, towards me some. Okay, stop there. Let me get that off your back end. Okay, keep your wheels straight and drive straight forward.
All right.
Got it. Look at this. That's why his front end kept trying to go back over. It was on this slime right here. That was a good little, have to do some rigging pull. Let's go see what we got for damage.
Honestly, I thought it'd be worse.
Yeah, for sitting up against a couple of trees, that's not actually that bad.
No, I didn't try to go nuts with it.
That right there got a little.
That sucks.
That's probably the worst, being that cab corner.
Yep.
This is a little here, but that's not terrible.
Warp the doors.
But that's not bad for that whole truck sitting on the trees.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't driving like an ass or nothing. I made it through the deep snow, like I said, and I thought, you know, what the hell? I don't want to get stuck there, so take it easy and tried to use caution, and it bit me in the ass.
No, last week I did the exact same thing. A guy trying to drive on the edge of a snowdrift, and it just took him right off the edge. Same thing. That's that time of year. The roads are dusty, and then snowdrifts, like 3 feet of snow. So
I was like, man, I should have just went down the middle again. I would have been fine.
Just blast through the middle. All right, I'll go put some gear away.
Well, I'm gonna put some air in my tires.
Yeah. You got a compressor?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think, David?
That's pretty cool.
What could I have done better? I did have to fight it a bit.
Had more rope to.
Which I do. Okay, so not be lazy and use the extra rope that I had
Yeah.
to triple that up. Look, I got a whole nother extension in this bag. So I had that option. I was just trying to get away without it.
And you did.
Yeah. I think if this thing would have had lockers and not dipped out so it kept pulling on the back end, it would have done a lot more. Because I had the winch was helping pull me forward, plus me driving to pull the back end. And we were doubled up over there too. But if I wouldn't have dipped out, I think it would have pulled this back end a lot better.
Yeah.
So I know I didn't like talk a lot while I was setting all this up and explain everything. To tell you what I was doing. It's because I had to figure out what I was doing and trying to make it up as I went. So we could have totally made it here in the wrecker.
Yeah.
Knowing that good roads right there, there's that one snow patch to go through to made that. And then I would have had 2 lines, and I could have run one to this tree and one to that tree and just worked it right out of there. Had I known I could get here in the wrecker.
Yeah.
But the photo only had the truck in it this way, so all I saw was a bunch of snow. It didn't have anything that way that was clear road, so I figured play it safe and bring the Jeep. So I didn't do a good job of showing that, but that cow hitch we put in, when they're really tight, you just keep working them back and forth to come apart. Or if you take something and hit them, that loosens them up as well. And if I'd have had the string on the other side, it makes it a lot easier, but I don't. So I should put that there. And then you just pull this back out. I didn't realize I was going to be stuck. I wouldn't have put everything away. Progress, or am I getting worse?
You're making progress slightly. That one might have made it worse.
Hey. Well, I could see all the way in the, look how far down that goes. I wasn't even at the bottom. Okay. normally we have to wait around for the customer to make sure they get out without any problems after the recovery. Now our customer over there is waiting around for us to get out after the recovery. I believe that's the first time I've had to winch the track Jeep out of somewhere. I think. We did get a snowcat stuck once. I think that's the first for the track Jeep.
Got our information for. Okay.
Don't worry about it.
All right. Appreciate you.
Don't worry about it.
See you guys later.
Yep. So, when I asked what I could do better, I should have waited till after the job was all the way over. Because what I could do better is not get myself stuck just as bad as the customer. I think it took almost as long to get myself out as it took to get him out. And for everyone who thinks I have a drone and asks what kind of drone I use, a camera on a stick is the kind of drone I use. Works great. That wouldn't be a cool place to come hang out for a while. The Jeep is tied down. That's it for this one. Thanks to David for filming. And also thanks to Star Towing out of Prineville. They're the ones who referred this job to us. So if you're in the Prineville area and need a tow, check out Star Towing. It's kind of a complicated one, not to cause more damage. And once we see the access to it, totally that would have been a wrecker job. I should have brought the wrecker and I could have ran one line to each tree, down, doubled them back off each wheel and just worked it straight sideways out of there. But not knowing the access, this was the safe bet for the access. But as me and David were just talking, it's probably getting to the time of year where the wrecker can probably get to most of the stuff now. Enough snow's melted. So I don't know if the track Jeep has any more jobs for the season. I keep thinking that and it keeps doing it. So either way, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one. We got the customer out. No extra damage, just what he got going into it, and everybody happy. So we'll see you next time.